Hello, I'm Mike McClaskey. I'm the creator of the Connect bonus system. As you can see, I've been an agent in Ohio for a long time, and my agency's had a lot of success over the years. And probably the most exciting part is I don't think we've hit our peak, and we've got a lot of great things to accomplish in the future. Connect is not just a bonus and tracking system. Connect is a philosophy of success that I've created over 25 years. Basically, Connect is a game changer for my agency, my team, and agencies all around the country. The keys to my agency's success. I am really good at developing my team. I'm really good at coaching them. And I'm really good at making my team successful. Connect Bonus System is the tool that helps my team stay focused and on track. I was a team member for over 5 years while I was going through college and getting ready to start my own agency. I know what it's like to sit at your desk, and I know the challenges you face every day. I know what eats up your time and drains your focus away from your goals. I know the hard parts of your job, but I also know the most rewarding parts. I also know what it takes to make you more successful than you ever thought possible. Why would you want Connect Bonus? Connect will clearly define expectations and what success is for you. You want to know exactly what's expected of you. You want to know when you're doing well. You want more praise and appreciation from your agent. You want more coaching, which will help make you more successful. And you want to make more money and have more success. Well, Connect can help you with all of this. Coaching. Connect will guide you and your agent on what and when you need help. We have proven methods of coaching that will be provided using our 3-color system. You will know daily within 30 seconds if you need special coaching and attention, if you're on schedule and everything's going fine, if you're exceeding your agent's expectations and you deserve some much needed praise. We also have time-tested scripts for getting personal referrals, selling lots of financial services consistently, and making other sales. Features. Connect is mobile-based, which means that you have access from any mobile device with internet access 24/7. It's real-time tracking of production, activities, and goals. With Connect, you can make a group of other team members and compete against them and see exactly what their production is in real time. We have Connect users using these groups such as aspirant groups or salespeople, and they're connecting with other team members and competing and learning from them, and it's been very beneficial. Super tiers are a key component of the Connect bonus system. So what is a super tier? A super tier takes all the products your agent wants you to produce and ties them all together in one big tier. Why would your agent want a super tier? Because it's very similar to how State Farm pays your agent. Your agent gets rewarded when they sell all of the State Farm products, and they lose a very large portion of their bonus when they don't. The super tier puts you and your agent on the same page with similar goals and similar rewards. So let's take a look at a super tier and see how it works. So here's an example of a super tier, and you'll notice there are several categories. Now your agent can make up the categories and they can customize them for each team member depending on what their responsibilities are. In this example, we have auto apps, fire apps, life premium, health premium, bank revenue, and referrals. Now you'll see that within each category, there are 5 levels of success. Level 0 through level 4. Level 4 is the best. Now within each level, you will see, for example, level 2 In my office, that would be minimum acceptable production. Level 3 is really good, and level 4 is a home run, outstanding. Level 1 is less than minimum required, and I'm not happy when that happens, and my team member is not satisfied with their performance. If we have level 0, that's something that needs to be fixed immediately. Now, these corresponding numbers to each level will be customized by your agent depending on your market area and what your agent wants and what he or she deems as minimum acceptable and a home run. But in this example, you'll see that the team member produced 41 raw new auto applications. While in my office, 40 plus is level 4, home run, outstanding. So level 4 was the level achieved. Now, the team member gets the current month level, whatever they produced and whatever corresponding level that is, or they get their 12-month rolling average. So if we took the last 12 months production of this team member on auto, divided it by 12, they've averaged 39 auto applications. You'll see that 39 corresponds to level 3. You'll see over here it says level 3. Now you'll notice that level 4 is yellow, and then the average level 3 is in red. Whichever one's better turns yellow. So in this example, their current month production was better. It's a better level, so they get level 4. The next category is fire. They had 37 applications for the month. 35 plus is level 4 home run. They had 6 life apps, again level 4. They had good life premium, good health premium, good bank, and good referrals. And so they got a home run on every category all the way down the line. It's outstanding. So what the system does is it says, okay, out of all these categories, where was their lowest level? Now in this example, their lowest level was a 4 because they got 4s across the board. So the level achieved is level 4. Level 4 is really good. Now, just like the State Farm agent, when the team member produces all the products that they're responsible for, then they're going to make more bonus. And so in this example, whatever bonus they had scheduled for what they sold, we're going to increase it by 20%. And that's way the team member gets paid more. Now, if it's level 4, they get 20%. Level 3, they get 10%. If it's level 2, that's minimum acceptable. Whatever bonus they had scheduled, they just get. There's nothing added to it. Level 1 is unacceptable, less than minimum, and so there's a 25% reduction in bonus. And if they hit level 0, it's a 50% reduction. Keep in mind the same things happening to your agent's revenue, just in a much bigger scope. So that's how these work. Now these percentages can also be customized by your agent. So let's look at a different example. Everything is the same as the last example, except instead of 6 life apps, the team member only produced 2. So 2 life apps corresponds to level 2. You can see right here the current month production is 2. And so what we're going to do is, again, we're going to go down the line of each category and go, okay, what was your lowest level in any category? Well, it was a 2. So level 2 is achieved. Well, what happens to their bonus? Then nothing happens. There's nothing added, nothing taken away. Level 2 is okay. It's just minimum acceptable. Let's look at another option or another example. So in this example, the team member only produced 1 life app. Now 1 life app is level 1. That's less than acceptable. I'm not very happy. They're not very happy. And the corresponding level is a 1 for the month. Now remember, they get their current month production or their 12-month average. So they've been averaging 2 life apps. That gets them to level 2. And so the system says, which is better, the current production, which would be level 1, or their average? Well, in this example, the average is better, so they get to use that. System's going to do the same thing. It's going to go down through all the categories where it's yellow and say, what was the lowest level? Well, it was their life average. Level 2 is achieved, and again, whatever bonus they had coming, nothing's added, nothing's taken away. So the last example is, let's say they're really struggling in life. So they only have 1 life app for the month, and they have been doing a really poor job in life, and they have a 0 average, so they have nothing to fall back on their average. So the system says, okay, they had one life app, which is level 1, or their average, which is level 0. Which one's better? Well, obviously 1 is better, but 1 is unacceptable. So the system comes down and says, what was the lowest level? It was a 1, and there's a minus 25% in the team member's bonus. Again, keep in mind that when this happens to the team member, it's happening to the agent in a much larger scope. Now, what realistically happens in my office and in most offices is the team member's looking at this every day. So if we're a week or 2 into the month, the team member is looking at this going, oh, wow, I've got a level 1 and that's unacceptable. Where is my problem? And it's real easy to see, oh, I only have 1 life app. So what happens again 95% of the time is the focus, sense of urgency, and behavior changes because they really don't want to lose 25% of their bonus, and they go out and they find that life app and they get it done. One more life app takes them to level 2. Level 2 makes the 25% deduction go away, gets them back here. Now, again, ideally what you'd like to do if you're a team member using Connect is you want to get your average levels in each category at a 2 or better. That way, if something happens and you have one bad month, so if you had level 2 across the board here and you have a really bad month on life, you know that you're never going to get anything taken away from your bonus because your averages are always level 2 or better. Most of my good team members, they're at level 4 most months, and they're getting paid more every single month. Now, I can afford to do that because I know if they're doing all of the products at the end of the year, my agency is going to have all the products required. State Farm is going to give me a nice big bonus, and I don't mind sharing some of that revenue with the people that are getting the production done in my agency. Okay, so let's look at the compensation flow model. And this shows in a picture form how Connect works. So let's say that you've got a salary of $2,000, and obviously each team member is going to have their own salary arrangement with their agent. And when you have a salary on Connect, your agent says that they want you to cover or provide a portion of that salary, basically paying your own way, which is fair. So in this example, the agent says they're going to cover 25% of your salary. So that means that they're responsible for $500 of your salary just because they own the business and they've got you employed. The agreement is that the employee is going to cover 75% of their salary, or we're going to call it validation, 75% validation. So the employee's getting paid $2,000, but the agent wants them to cover or pick up $1,500 of that. So they need to produce enough bonus to equal $1,500. That's to keep their position. Once they exceed the $1,500, anything above that goes towards their bonus. So in this example, the team member has produced $4,500 worth of sales. Now, where do the sales come from? Your agent will determine a bonus for each product sold. Sales are then accumulations of all of the sales that month, and that's how this adds up. So in this example, we've got a $4,500 bonus. It flows in here, and the first $1,500 goes towards the employee's validation, towards paying for their expenses of being employed. Anything over the $1,500 flows into the bonus tank. So if we had $4,500 minus their validation, they're left with a $3,000 bonus. Now, what happens to the $3,000 bonus? With Connect, it's split into 2 buckets. One bucket is the monthly bonus, and one bucket is called the banked bonus. Now, the banked bonus is paid at the end of the year, and it accumulates throughout the year. So each office can be set up differently. In my office, I do a 50-50 split. So 50% of that $3,000 comes over to the monthly bonus. Obviously, that's $1,500. $3,000 comes over here to the banked bonus. Now, why do we split the bonus? Is because under Connect, generally we're paying very large bonuses, and many times it could be 70, 80, 90% of the first year revenue on the sale. But your State Farm agent doesn't get all that revenue right away. So for cash flow reasons, we need to split this bonus up, give you 50% on your monthly bonus, and then bank 50% and pay that later. So what happens to this $1,500 monthly bonus? Well, if we look at the next screen, here's your $1,500 bonus, here's your bank bonus. Nothing happens to the bank bonus, but on your monthly bonus, we're going to go, it's got to go through the production multiplier. And we'll see, remember from the last screen, we said, okay, how'd you do on all your levels? Well, it was a level 4. Level 4 is outstanding, and we're going to pay you 20% more. So you got a $1,500 bonus. We're going to add 20%. So we're going to add another 20%, and it's going to be an extra $300 that the team member is going to get just because they did everything good. $1,500 was the bonus. We're going to add $300. Now they've got $1,800 monthly bonus. So let's go to the next screen and follow it down. So you got a $2,000 base salary. You got an $1,800 bonus. We're going to add those together, and what's payable for the month is $3,800 to the team member. Plus, they're going to have this banked bonus that's going to be paid at the end of the year. So if you take the $2,000 base, the $1,800 bonus, plus the $1,500 banked, the team member generated $5,300 of revenue for that month. So let's change the scenario a little bit, and let's say that instead of that outstanding level 4, let's say that they did very poorly in life insurance and only got achieved level 1. Remember, level 1 is unacceptable, and it says, oops, you're going to lose some of your bonus. So again, here's your $1,500 monthly bonus. Here's your $1,500 banked. Nothing happens to the bank bonus right now. The $1,500 got to go through the multiplier, and it says, oops, level 1, that's not acceptable, minus 25%. You lose $375 of your bonus. Again, keep in mind, if this is happening to a team member, it's happening to the agent just in a much bigger scope. So they had $1,500. We're going to take $375 away. The new bonus is $1,125. You still got your $2,000 base, you add it all up, and that's how that works. But what happens if the team member doesn't cover their validation? Remember, there's an agreement between the agent and the team member, and it says the agent's going to pick up 25%, the employee is going to pick up 75%. In this example, $1,500. What happens if the sales don't cover the validation? In this example, we've only got $1,000 worth of sale. Well, they didn't overflow into the bonus, so there's no bonus, but they also didn't cover their $1,500 validation. So they owe $500 to the agent. So you did not produce enough sales to validate your agreement of $1,500. You only had $1,000 in sales. You're $500 short. You owe your employer the shortage. Plus, you need to validate next month. So whatever is short is added to next month's validation. Both need to be taken care of before there's any additional bonus paid. Again, the employee is paying their own way. So if they had a 0 bonus, there would be nothing banked. Obviously, there's no bonus, and the employee still gets their $2,000 base salary. But next month, they got to make up that shortage. So that's how validation works. That's how the flow of the banked bonus and splitting and all of this stuff works. Okay, let's talk about your banked year-end bonus. As you can see in this example, every month we've been taking 50% of the bonus and banking it. And so you can see month by month what it's going to add up to. In this example, you'd have over $15,000 for the team member's bonus. Now remember, we've never used the multiplier table towards the bank bonus. We just simply split it and put it in this column. So how we're going to use the multiplier table is we're going to go to the end of the year, so the December 31st dashboard, and we're going to look and see what level was achieved for the average auto apps for the year, and then what level corresponds to that. So in this example, the team member achieved level 3 average for the whole year, fire 3, life and health 4, bank 3, and referrals 3. So the system does the same thing and says, okay, what's your level achieved? And so that is level 3. Level 3 is good. Remember, level 2 is minimum acceptable, 3 is good, 4 is outstanding. So we're going to take the $15,000 bonus and we're going to add 10% to the team member's bonus. So the team member is going to get an extra $1,567 just because they did good all year long and they had good averages. So the new bonus for the team member is $17,241. Typically in my office, this bonus is paid on April 15th. And so that may change with your agency, but that's what most agents do that bank bonuses. So now let's look at another example. Everything's the same, except this team member was struggling with referrals, and they only got a 1 on their average for referrals. So the lowest level, or the level achieved, is now a 1. 1 is unacceptable. There's a 25% reduction in the bonus. And so instead of $15,674, the new bonus is $11,755. So you can see that the team member lost because they didn't get their referrals done. Again, in most offices, certainly in my office, the team member is looking at this all year long, and they're looking at their averages on referrals. What happens 95% of the time is they change their focus, they change their sense of urgency, and they change their results. And again, the vast majority of the time, they'll take that 1 average and get it to a 2, and then they don't have this problem of having a reduction in their bonus. Let's look at Connect colors. This is a key component to how Connect is going to help you be more successful. It's a unique 3-color system to keep you on track every single day. It's going to tell you if you're on time to validate or cover your salary. It's going to tell you if you're on time to get the bonus you want at the end of the month. And it's also going to tell you if you validated for the month, and it's going to start adding up as your bonus builds. Let's take a look at an example. This example, the employee has a $24,000 base. I've asked the employee to cover 75% of their salary. So if they're making $2,000 a month, 75% of that is $1,500. So that's their validation. So what the system does is it says, okay, how much do you need to validate? And it's smart enough to know how many working days are in the month. So in this example, there are 21 working days. So if you take the $1,500 validation divided by the number of working days, it comes back and says, all right, you need $71 a day. You need to produce $71 of bonus. And if you do that every single day, at the end of the month, you should cover your salary, you should validate. So let's take an example here and look at it. We're in the first day of the month. It says you need $71 a day. So we're at the end of the first day, you should have $71. Now in this example, we have said that the employee sold nothing the first day. And you will see that the first color is red. And it says they're $71 behind on validating. So obviously if they keep this pace up, they're going to have a horrible month. Now the next color is what bonus would you desire at the end of the month, and you get to put in whatever number you want. What the system does is it says, okay, we know that you have to have $1,500 to validate, plus we're going to add whatever desired bonus, so that'd be $2,000 in this example, divided by 21 days. So it says if you want to validate and on top of that get your bonus, employee, you need to sell or produce $95 of bonus each day. If you do that consistently every day of the month, you should have your bonus at the end of the month. So it says you need 95, you've got 0, you're $95 behind. Now the last color is, have you actually validated for the month? So it says you need 1,500, you've got nothing, and there's no bonus because you don't get any bonus until you've exceeded your validation. So let's look at another example. Let's say we're in the first day again, everything's the same, except you produced $72 worth of revenue instead of 0. So we're in the first day, it says you need 71, you've got 72, and you see this turns green. So in the system, red is bad and green is good. This says you are on time to validate, you're 57 cents ahead, but if you keep doing this level of sales consistently every day, at the end of the month, you should cover your validation. Now, that makes your boss happy, okay? But the next color is red, and it says that you need $95 to get your bonus. You're only at 72. It says you're $23 behind, and if you keep this pace, you're not going to get your bonus at the end of the month. So in my office, when that's red, it changes the focus, it changes the sense of urgency, and it changes the results. What happens is my team know they've got to keep this green to get the bonus they want. So they go sell something. They get on the phone, they go find somebody, they sell something. Now $23, it's probably just a renter's policy or certainly a car policy. So if they did go out and make that sale, let's go to the next screen, let's change their revenue. Let's say for the day they had 100 now. They went and sold something else. So they need 95, they've got 100, and they're $4 or $5 ahead of schedule. Now, if it's the end of the first day, how I coach my team is if I'm walking past their office, I'll say, hey, what are your colors? And they know they need to rattle off 3 colors. They're going to say green, green, red. And I know what that means, and they know what it means. What does that mean? It means they're on time to validate, which makes me happy as the owner of the agency. Green, they're on time to get the bonus they want, so they're really happy. And red is they haven't validated for the whole month. So, but it's the first day of the month. I wouldn't expect this last one to be green. So if they said green, green, red, it's the end of the first day, my response to that team member is great, fantastic, good job. Go get them tomorrow. And I'm off, solving the next problem. So let's say we raise the desired bonus, which is what happens in my office. So if they were ahead, and my people are really smart, the natural question would be, well, I wonder how much more I would need to be on time for a $1,000 bonus. And so remember, they're green, they're a little ahead, they've got $100 of revenue. Let's change to the next slide. And they would go in and go, all right, I want a $1,000 bonus. It would say you need 119, you've got 100, you're $19 short. And so every time that turns red in my office, my team members go into action. And they're going, 19 bucks, that's nothing. They get back on the phone, they go talk to someone, they make another little sale, okay? And so let's change that. Let's say they had $125 of revenue now. You see how this turns green again. So now they're on time for a $1,000 bonus at the end of the month. All they got to do is produce $119 a month in bonus through their sales, okay? So that's how that works. And in my office, every time this turns red, they go sell something else. Every time it turns green, they're bumping their bonus up. When I started using these 3 colors in my office, and I started this many years ago, probably 7, 8 years ago, my salespeople, their production doubled because the system is so visual and so simple and so easy. And when it turns red, they went and did something. When it turned green, they knew they were good, or they would up their bonus. It was amazing how much more sales my people did just with these 3 little colors. So let's go to the next screen. So let's fast forward, and let's say it's the 8th day of the month, okay? And so we know to validate you need $71 a day. So 8 times 71, they should be at $500 $471 to be on time based on how many days have expired in the month. In this example, we've given them $1,000 of revenue. So they need 571, they're at 1,000, they're way ahead on validating. They're $428 ahead. This is normal. Remember, validating, you can kind of think that is bare minimum. If you're just validating at your agency, you're probably not getting the bonuses you want, and you're probably not doing the production that your agent's asking for. So this is kind of keep your job. This is minimum. So in this example, again, you've got $1,000 of revenue. To get your bonus, it says you should be at $952. You've got 1,000, you're 47 bucks ahead. Okay, so again, I'm going to ask my team member, maybe it's first thing in the morning, I walk past their office and I say, hey, what are your colors? And they're going to go green, green, red. And I'm okay with that because we're just in the 8th day of working. And I say, good job, go get them, have a great day. Now let's say that day they do have a really nice day. I'm going to go to the next slide. And let's say they went from 1,000, they went to $1,500 in sales. Do you notice what happened to the last color? It turned green, okay? That means that they have covered their validation. So in my office, when that last one turns green, it's a time to celebrate. I want my employees to come get me, call me, text me. If I'm not in the office, get a hold of me and go, hey, guess what, boss? I'm all green. Again, it's a time to celebrate. And my response to them is fantastic. You're only in the 8th day of the month and you've covered your whole validation. So the employee is very, very motivated to get this green as soon as possible. That means they've covered their validation. Because once that turns green, then anything else they sell the rest of the month is going towards their bonus. So they're very motivated to get this last one green. And then from that point, they're super motivated to sell even more because everything they sell that month just builds their bonus. And so when they go, I'm all green, boss, I'm going, fantastic, that's awesome. Way to go. Now go sell a whole bunch more so you can have a huge bonus at the end of the month. So let's fast forward and let's say we are now at the end of the month and the employee has produced $5,511 of revenue. So how did they do? Well, they only needed $1,500 to validate, and they blew that validation. They exceeded it by $4,000. They wanted a $1,000 bonus. They've exceeded it. Okay. Now, most of the time in my office, my salespeople want a $3,000 bonus, a $4,000 bonus every month. Okay, and these numbers of generating $5,500 in sales is not uncommon. Every office and every producer is going to have different results. But in this example, they have exceeded their $1,500 validation and they've got a $4,000 bonus coming. Okay, Connect is also going to help you keep track of your activities so that you can get the right things done to be successful. Now you'll see there are different activities listed here. New households quoted, new household sold, a new business appointment, auto loan application submitted, a simple conversation or some pivot to financial services, triangle conversation for homeowners, and then last is the new client second appointment for financial services. Now your agent and or administrator can set up any activities. It's very flexible. And then they can set up a goal for you. And so the goal can be, so many per day, so many per week, so many per month, or even so many per year. In this example, we've got a goal of 3 households quoted per day. So you'll notice that the goal starts today. And so in the morning, when you open it up, it's going to go, you want 3 for today, and to be on time at the end of the day, you're going to want 3. Now it shows actual 0, and you'll notice that you're red, you're 3 behind. It also shows for the week. So if this is the first day of the week, it says that for the week we want 15. Being that it's the first day of the goal, only 3 are going to be due. Tomorrow, that'll be 6 due, and then the next day it'll be 9 due, and eventually at the end of the week you'll have a whole 15. So this keeps you on track throughout the week. Same thing for the month. So we've got this worked out. Now, how do you enter an activity? So let's say you do quote a household. You simply click right here, and you're going to put the client's name. I've already typed it. I'll just copy it in there. And John Smith. And quantity would be 1. And when I hit save, you're going to see that the actual is 1, and now I'm only 2 behind. So you just keep doing that. Let's do that one more time. We'll say test, and it's fine. Quantity 1. Okay. And then let's enter one more. Now you've got 2. So you've got your 1 more to go. And so we'll just do John and Smith again, and 1, and save. Now, what you've done at this point is your goal is 3. To be on time at the end of the day, you're 3, and you actually have 3 for the day. You're now green. Anything you do above this is going to be a plus on the green side. So again, we'll just make up any kind of name, and we would put 1 more in and save. And now you're 1 ahead of the game. So this keeps track on a daily, weekly, monthly, and year. So if I've got a new employee, the first thing we're doing on activities is coaching them to get enough households quoted. Now, if they happen to sell one of those, again, the goal would be to sell 1 household a day. Again, you come in here, and let's say he sold one of those quotes. He sold one to John Smith. He's got 1 household sold, and he's good there. Now, did he get John Smith to come into the office for a new business appointment? Well, maybe he did. So let's say, yep, he came in, John Smith came in, and we got 1, and he's good. So if we're just going in progression here, now that doesn't necessarily mean that the new employee is going to get all of this done right away. And so once they're behind, because we're keeping track of the week and the month and the year, the only way they can get caught up is if they do more than is expected. So what we would want to do is, if somebody gets behind, is instead of having red here all the time, go into settings, ask your administrator or your agent to go into settings and restart your start date of your goal. So you go for a week, maybe you're doing some things good, maybe you're not doing these well, and have him restart all of these and kind of start with a fresh slate. And then you keep going down in progression. If you get him to come in, then we want you to do 3 things: auto loan apps, simple conversation, triangle. If you do those 3 things well, the ultimate reward is next week that new client's coming in for a new client financial service appointment, where hopefully they're going to purchase financial services. So that's how you enter activities, and that's how you keep track. And again, if you get behind, have your agent reset the start date, and it'll clear everything out. And then you just try to get everything green. If you do all of this, you should have a lot of success. Okay, so we're about ready to wrap up this introduction. Again, let's revisit why Connect Bonus. Connect is going to clearly define expectations and what success is for you. With the 3 colors, it's going to keep you on track every day so you get the bonus you want. Connect clearly shows where you need help and coaching to get better. Connect is going to help you make more money with increased sales. It's going to make a real difference in your clients' lives. Connect will prepare you for agency if that is your path. And bottom line is, Connect rewards the performers. I hope you use Connect, and I hope it really makes a difference in your career. and good luck.